Okay. All right. Perfect.
All right. How are
you
you, my
look
friend?
profesh.
What's that?
You look profesh.
Hey, thanks. It's my Forza Polo.
Yeah, that
These are
polo
all I wear
vibe.
to work. I don't know if it upsets them or anything, but when I'm teaching, I pretty much like just wear this Forza Polo to get up.
That's legit.
Dude, are you longboarding right now?
Oh, yeah, I've longboarded for years.
Hell yeah, dude. When I was talking to you, you said something about a longboarding video conference, and I was like, "Is this some new app I don't know about? Oh, I'm missing out." Like that's what I. It's
Like
good. It's
this
good
day
that
and age.
it's good you're getting some. You're getting to be outdoors though. I'm gonna walk my dogs later. Court, I walked the dogs yesterday. I got outdoors earlier today. It's super nice outside.
It's so funny. There was this meme. It showed it was like people before coronavirus, and it showed everyone sitting on their couch just staring at their phone, and then it's like people mandated to be to quarantine themselves, and everyone's outside jogging,
I
walking the
know,
dog
isn't
at
it
the
funny?
park.
Yeah, I'll teach you. Well, see, that's how it works. Like you tell people what to do. I feel like they usually do the opposite. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm seeing a lot of that go on, like people telling everybody how to behave and or telling them all the good things that they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of
I
how
mean,
everybody.
we've got to be able to use that psychology for our coaching methodology
Right?
somehow.
Yeah, we will
Like,
just
don't do this.
we'll just observe it and just think critically about it and see what we can't come up with.
Right.
Consumer
But then when you
behavior.
don't, it seems like when you don't give somebody or a group of people something specific to do, to practice, then they're looking for that. But then once you give them something extremely specific, they want to deviate from it. And I know, because I feel that same thing.
Have you guys still been working on the 10th Planet warm-ups at all?
So I've completely changed our approach since everything's got to be solo now.
Yeah, I know, man. Isn't that rough?
Yeah.
I want to do so. Like, we can talk about this now. So I want to do. I'm doing a shadow boxing webinar tonight at 5:30, but I want to do get some video, like us doing some Zooms just in the gym, maybe one jiu-jitsu, one kickboxing, and I can edit from this and all of that and put something together via distance. I haven't done anything like this before, but I think it'll be easy enough. And Cora's been doing a real good job helping out too. We put a lot of videos out over the last week and a half.
So are you guys spending time on like technical development? Are you doing Q&A type of stuff, or are you making it more like a cardio type of thing, or like a mixture?
Mixture, very mixed. There's a couple other things we're doing, like this webinar approach. I'm going to do a stability ball webinar and the shadow boxing webinar where I'm going to Zoom it, do a Facebook Live of it, and record it and upload it to our YouTube.
Uh-huh.
Right. So I get I get the content for later, but I get 2 live feeds and I can see some people. And so I'm doing that tonight at 5:30, the first one. But like we're gonna do like a gym tour. We're gonna do Cora giving a mat chat. Cora's
And this
classes.
is all like YouTube stuff, or this is like live video conferencing?
YouTube, Zoom, and Facebook Live, and also so like we're doing Facebook Lives, but we're also scheduling and premiering Facebook videos, and then we're scheduling a bunch of stuff and premiering a bunch of stuff on YouTube via the Gym Forces page, and then my podcast page. Even I got 4 more podcasts that are going to drop over the next week.
So are you guys keeping the same schedule?
No,
That you had?
not necessarily, but we are trying to hit each demographic like a couple times a week. But we're hitting fitness since we have so much fitness kickboxing. We're doing like fitness. Cora's been doing like a lot of fitness stuff daily. We've put out 5 yoga videos that are like classes. They're like 20 minutes long.
Uh-huh.
Some of those
Cool.
are some
Who's
of those are
teaching the
scheduled.
yoga?
So do you know Nick Oots from Sign Hub?
Yes.
Okay, so Jessica, his wife, she is one of our yoga instructors. I don't know if you've met her,
No,
but I felt like you'd met
I have
Nick or
not.
rolled with Nick or something. His
I
wife.
know Nick. Oh yeah.
Okay, so
Nick's awesome.
she's great, dude. She does a great job. I've been to a few of her classes. And then there's another. She's an English professor. Her name's Erin Claire, and she's also does a great job. Her son trains with us. Her husband's also a professor. So those are our yoga teachers.
So how has your involvement been? Your participation rate, like as far as people that were participating in the regularly scheduled classes? How you know?
Well,
How's it going with the video conferencing stuff?
we just started on the Zooms this week, and it's been smaller, but we started working our email list and sending out the links. So we anticipate that that's going to go up. Last week, I was hoping that, like last time we talked about this, I was hoping that we wouldn't be closed as long as it looks like we're going to be closed. But we're just doing like a mixed bag. We're going to start doing each class like 5 to 7s. We did offer them 4 times a week at the regular schedule. We're just going to do 2 Zooms a week for 5 to 7s, 2 for 8 to 12-year-olds, a couple for adult martial arts classes, like a solo BJJ moves class or like
Right.
a kickboxing class. But we're going to get the numbers. How have your numbers been?
Honestly, I've been happy with our participation lately. Oh my gosh, bro, I just ran over a mole.
A
It was
live
dead.
mole? Oh, okay.
It was dead. It was
Yes.
a cute little mole everywhere.
Oh,
Oh.
dude, is it a mole or a gopher that has the big feet? I think it's a gopher.
I don't know. I think moles are a little smaller.
Yeah, I think a gopher is. I don't know though.
I don't think I've ever actually seen a live gopher.
I remember when I was a kid, we caught one. Like dogs would always go crazy out when like they're like doing whatever they do under the ground, and like the dog caught one. We got it from the dog and put it in this like aquarium with dirt in it, and it would just like dig around. It was wild, dude.
Dogs love gophers, messing with them. We had a little compost pile in the backyard, and the gophers would go all through the yard to get to this compost pile.
That's funny.
And they'd eat all the stuff. They'd eat all the seeds. And I had a perfect lawn that was like all uniform, one type of grass. It was like Bermuda grass or something. And then these gophers would spread the seeds all throughout the lawn. And they were, anyway, they had to go because they were spreading the compost seeds throughout the lawn. And then we were getting weeds from the gophers eating our produce seeds.
That's weird.
And we couldn't have that.
Are you still doing compost right now?
So we're wannabes. We don't actually use the compost. We take our, I don't like throwing away actual food in the trash can. So I take it to the compost pile, but then I end up not using it as compost. I just end up throwing it over the fence.
Have you thought about doing like a raised flower bed or something like that? That we can like build your soil up?
Yes, in retirement, that's what I'll do.
Hey, we practical, dude. I mean, how much that's the only nice part about this is I am doing a lot of stuff that I would not be doing. Like I went to my family's land today. I
Right.
did some research on Johnson County. I'm going to do some more research on Johnson County. I'm trying to write my first history article during this time. I've got a couple of topics. I
Why are you
like this.
researching? Why are
Go
you
ahead.
researching Johnson County?
Oh, that's where I'm from.
Yeah. Oh, so just getting a little bit of a history.
Yeah, Arkansas has an awesome encyclopedia, an online encyclopedia, and there's a demand for articles that they need written by historians and just anybody that wants to write them, I guess. So I'm
Okay.
gonna write it. I'm
Oh.
gonna write an article for that. There's several communities in Johnson County, and then the community I'm wanting to write on has already been written on, but I'm trying to find like some other angles to like spin off of it and propose to them.
Very cool.
Yeah, I really want to
So
get a publication.
so you're researching to see what's out there, to see what you can add to.
Yes. Like I was
Good.
telling my dad earlier, because he like drove me all over the place, and I like interviewed him a little bit. But like if we were researching the Reconstruction in Arkansas, man, there would be like tons of like blue hyperlinks in the text, like, oh, hey, you want to know about DP Upham and the militia wars 1868 and 1869? Click right here, and it would take you to another article. Like I want to write about Hartman. That's where my grandparents are from, or where they lived, and it already has an article about it. It's brief. It cited off a couple of sources. So I'm going to pull from all of those sources. But I found, I think I found some good angles that I can expand on.
Nice. So with your, have you lost any students over this?
Unfortunately, yes, dude. Yesterday we had a rash of cancellations. It was insane.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we had a few initially, and we've had some people like up their membership or pay months ahead and this and that. And I know Cora, she has applied the type of loan we have. So like this wouldn't benefit like you or like really anybody we know in the martial arts, because most people lease. But we're going to get our mortgage paid for 6 months.
Wow. So it's not like, it's not deferred, but they're actually making the payments for you.
Yes.
Whoa.
Correct. And
that's amazing. Did you do that through ASB TDC?
Oh, I think it was SBA. Now we did another one. We did another one though that's supposed to pay back like 10 stacks, like $10,000 over a period of time.
Wow. Oh, it's crazy. Yeah. I've been really happy with our ability to retain the students that we have. You know, a couple students were college students who, you know, when U of A closed, they had to go back home to wherever they're going. So that made perfect sense. And you know, of course, anybody who wants to freeze their account, it's, you know, just like me, you know, they're in a financially troublesome spot. It's not about anything else, and they'll be back. So did the students?
Exactly. I think we'll have a surge after this.
I agree 100%. People will be stir crazy. They'll be ready to do something like martial arts. They'll be ready to get their body moving and make contact with other people, be close with other people.
Yes, I agree, man. Totally.
Did the people that canceled as of now, did they say that it was just for a time, or what was the highest percentage reason? Was it a financial reason, or they just didn't feel like they were getting the value that they once were?
It was a financial reason, like college students. But dude, our first 2 cancellations, like literally like day 1 or 2, it was 2 class days after we decided we were going to close. We had these 2 families that canceled their membership. But but like, to my knowledge, they're still all working. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, okay. So I guess that would have been a perceived value thing, but then they were like hopping on and consuming all of our free content, after the
Oh,
fact.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, but whatever. What do you do about it? It's, and I anticipate they'll want to come back after it's all said and done. But the overwhelming number of our members who know and support us, but it'll be a substantial hit. That's just the best way to put it. I'm not worried about it. Like, we're prepared for this, and there's going to be, I think, some programs in place that are going to help us offset our losses. But this is
And are you in the second week?
What's that?
Are you in the second week of broadcasting these Zoom conferences?
This is only week 1 of Zoom conferences. Now,
okay.
We have been doing a lot of video content, though, on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram.
Oh, right.
So, and getting the word out, because there are some people like for example, like I was telling you, like, you can go to facebook.com/Forza MMA and watch our videos there without having an account. So I've been telling people that, and for people, I know a lot of people don't have Facebook, but they do get on YouTube. So and then Cora and I are going to do a big push to boost subscribers. Like, I think this is an excellent time for me to focus on monetizing our YouTube channel more so than I have been, in a very focused manner, because that's what else is there to focus on. Like, literally, my house is a production studio right now.
Right. And so have you guys restructured your delivery as far as, changing it all to solo drills or shadow boxing type of stuff, or grappling solo drills, or are you kind of assuming that somebody's going to have a partner?
Mostly solo stuff, but one thing I'm going to start doing is try and offer to parents that will sell them gear for cost if they want to buy some focus mitts or something like that, because honestly, I don't like saying this, but we're probably going to be closed for 3 more weeks.
At the very least, Brian.
Yeah.
At the very least.
It's my hope that April said, my original hope, even 5 days ago, was that after 14 days, we would be able to resume. Sidebar real quick here. What do you think about this hypothesis that China tried to put their numbers on deaths and cases under wraps, and that they might have had as many as multiple millions of people die, and they didn't report that, and now that's what we're seeing? Have you heard that?
I've heard stories like that.
I saw a major publication, one of the major outlets today pushed an article out today talking about it was super obscure. It was some secret intelligent report, and we can't tell you who or why because, whatever. But this is what China's doing. So I don't know. You still there?
You don't go telling all your friends about your disease. You try to keep it to yourself, probably,
yeah. Well, I saw one article that wasn't reputable that was saying 21 million phones had disappeared from China.
Whoa. And what was the source of this article?
Let's see. Let's just Google it. This is what we do on the podcast, man. Phones disappearing from China.
Right.
Nate, chai, and I can't emphasize this enough. Nah.
I wish I could do a good impression of Donald Trump. I can't move my mouth quite like that.
Drop-in cell phone users in China wrongly attributed to coronavirus deaths. That's the first thing that came up on AP News. We got a fact check. Did 21 million cell phones really disappear in China? From Republic World. Let's see what they say about it. Started the rumor. So it's misinterpreted.
So while you're checking on that, what have been your marketing strategies, during this little period, or have you been marketing at all? Because I can tell you, I've kind of put the brakes on putting ourselves out there. Like probably after this weekend, I'll try to start marketing again. But it's just been about, for me, it's been about creating as much value as I possibly can for our current clientele.
Yes, content, like creating content, capturing content. And what's great about that is we're always going to have it. If you put that on YouTube, if you put it in Facebook, you're always going to have it. You can reshare it. Your members can always access it. So like,
Right.
I consider that a form of marketing,
Right.
So like in that, like today we started working mass emailing all our clients. We're going to start texting. But in terms of trying to get new members, I think right now I'm thinking about things in terms of digital monetization more so than anything. If I could get all of my members to subscribe to the YouTube channel and get traction there and keep putting out content and scheduling content like I am, we're much more likely to start possibly getting monetized. If we hit our number of subscribers, we will get monetized. Doing the same thing with the podcast. So it's like, that's what my marketing is trying to achieve that.
Just putting out content, showing that you're doing valuable things.
Yeah. And like I said, I mean, we're doing a lot of it right now. Like I've kind of always, over the last couple of years, put out a lot of digital content, but now it's way more structured. And I think it's going to be a major, because people watch our videos all the time. Like we got well over 600 videos on our YouTube now.
Wow.
So that is a major. I'm gonna see if I can't pull up. Which is, I mean, that's like we get a lot of views, but we just don't have the number of subscribers I would like to have. So. So 30,000 total views on our channel for the gym.
Okay, nice. How many subscribers?
319.
Okay.
So
and what do you need to start monetizing?
1,000.
You've told me that before. I can't ever remember.
Well, and they change it from time to time. Last time I checked, it was 1,000. It didn't used to be that many, to my knowledge. But yeah, it's nice having like all these playlists. Like we started a yoga playlist. We actually have 6 videos in the yoga playlist. So
do you feel like you've like this whole thing has helped you develop as a coach, because you're having to kind of reorganize, restructure the whole program, and you're having to be creative, come up with new ideas to create value?
It's definitely pushing the creative bounds. You know what I'm saying? And I think that it's just, I've just been telling Cora and like encouraging her to like roll with ideas, like, oh, hey, yeah, you had an idea to do a video like that. Let's do the video like that. But it's definitely, diversity has just been our approach. And I mean, you have to be creative, and I'm trying to think of creative ways to come across, like with the shadow boxing webinar tonight, stability ball webinar tomorrow. I'm going to do a solo drills workshop next week, and it's like, I almost hate to call it like a normal class. These are almost like little workshops or little things that like you can work on. Like I'm just trying to kind of make it like kind of like content that you and I would watch in our free time. But I don't know, man, it's hard to know, because it's an unprecedented sort of time to deal with stuff like this,
And what's your typical class length time. Have you changed that at all? Because I know I've shortened my classes.
Yeah.
Just because it's different on video, and I think people's attention span is a little shorter on the video.
I agree.
You can't be physically there with them.
Yeah, I mean, I think, in my limited opinion, I think 20 minutes is a good class time. But at the same time, I think it just depends, man. Like, a bunch of my students watch like my whole podcasts, and like I would like, you don't think they would, but they do. You know, so it's like, like, I'll upload this on my podcast channel, and people will watch the whole thing, and so I don't know.
So you're doing 20-minute Zoom conferences.
Yeah, that's Cora's 5 to 7 year old yesterday was 20 minutes.
Do you do anything younger than 5? Any kids younger than 5?
Cora invited the 3 to 4 year olds to join the 5 to 7 class.
Oh, okay. I've kind of merged those in there too, because I actually don't have any 3-year-olds. So I figured about 4 to 7 they can group up right there.
Have you been filming any videos with the new K at all?
No, it's been all so I started to, right? And then I just saw that no one else had a partner, and so I adjusted and I turned everything to solo. So here's the structure as of now for the adults, and the kids kind of follow along to a little more basic degree. We're doing on Mondays, we're doing solo stuff on a grappling dummy, right? And I think I'm going to put out a little thing on creative ways to make a grappling dummy, because the problems that I'm running into with grappling dummies is that they're too soft, or they keep disassembling, during the thing. You need a hard, heavy bag on the ground.
Yeah, you do.
And so that's on Monday. It's like solo transitions on the grappling dummy. Tuesday is kickboxing, like Muay Thai style kickboxing, followed by wrestling footwork. So we're really working on our level changes, our base and our balance, and our wrestling footwork and our level changes for 30 minutes. And on Wednesday, we do gi solo drills where you're laying on your back, and it's all about spider guard type of
stuff, the
right?
belt is great for spider guard drills.
Yeah, the belt is good too. I actually use a gi, like I grab the ends of the sleeves and I put my feet like on the biceps of the gi.
Yeah.
And I'm throwing up triangles, going from omoplatas, doing leg lassos, and that's all on Wednesday. And then Thursday is more boxing type of stuff, not like Muay Thai like the Tuesday, and then followed by no gi solo grappling. So it's like shadow rolling movements, like Granby rolls, sit throughs, bridges, tying all that in together, and then doing it for a certain amount of time, and then kind of making your own free roll, shadow roll routine. But people are liking it, man.
Yeah. What's your participation been on like adult classes?
So like last night, we had nine adults in class, 9 adults in the video class, and it's not as big as it normally would be, and there's definitely some people who I know that are seeing the links and not participating.
How are you getting the word out? Just texting and Facebook, or are you emailing? What are you doing?
I'm doing all 3: texting, emailing, and Facebook. And I just figured out how to make a reoccurring meeting on Zoom. So.
Oh, good. How do you do? Well, you could. I'll figure it out.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
Zoom is probably the corporation that started this virus. I mean, think about it. They benefit from it the most.
Right.
I saw I mean, I saw a dank ass meme that was saying something like that, but there have been some super dank memes, white hot.
I wonder if it's a publicly traded company.
Yeah, I wonder. Like, we start looking into it, and it's like connected to like all of this crazy shit, like reptilian shapeshifters, and
Uh-huh.
it'd be wild.
Yeah, it's zoomed from China.
Chai, and I can't emphasize this enough. Nah, dude. Cora, and she's my friend too, but John Daly's daughter, Shina. I say that to her all the time. I'm like,
oh
Shy,
no,
Shina, Shy.
yeah.
I can't emphasize this enough. Man, did you see where Did you see where Tom Cotton sent out that thing that said the China virus on it?
No, why would you even do that?
Right here in Arkansas, bro, he did it. And by the way, I haven't fact checked this, but a reputable source who's a journalist sent it to me and asked me to fact check it. But I was like, I haven't heard this, so I can't tell you if it's true or not. But saying that the Spanish flu actually it broke out, and Spain was the only country that reported on it. The United States was not reporting on it, and like they didn't want to be perceived as weak in World War I. Like they didn't want the enemy to know that they were losing soldiers to sickness. So, but Spain was the only country that would report on it. So it gets dubbed the Spanish flu for that reason.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, dude.
That's what you get for being socially responsible.
Yeah, right? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Super crazy. Well, what are your plans moving forward for weeks to come? Are you just going to keep doing this? You think things will change weekly for you?
You know, right now, it's been good for me because during a face-to-face class, and I'm not really answering your question exactly, but during a face-to-face class, I'm just sitting there walking around critiquing people and changing and trying to perfect their technique to the best of my ability. But now with the video stuff, it's like a video cardio kickboxing kind of in a way. We're jazzercising, and I'm the moving model, right? So I get to move with everybody at the same time, and I get to clean up my technique, right?
Yeah.
So that being said, I'm getting my training in, so I'm going UFC 2022.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
One thing I am gonna start trying to do. I mean, Caleb is kind of doing a good job at like interviewing a bunch of different people, which I already do that for my podcast. But like, I've never done. This would be my first podcast like this, right? Like I did a private lesson with Jack on Zoom the other day, so I've done a private lesson. Oh, bro, like real quick sidebar. Jack taught me some crazy shit the other day, like how to break somebody's posture in a way I never thought about, a way to pendulum sweep somebody that I never thought about, and a way to scissor sweep somebody I never thought about. Like the easiest pendulum and scissor sweep I've ever done, ever.
Was it about, when you say pendulum sweep, is that just like a flower sweep?
Flower sweep, but you don't have to go under the leg, and you don't have to turn.
Is it kind of mostly just all about the setup, basically?
All about the setup and all about the timing. It's
amazing. Is it set up with an attempted arm drag, basically?
One is from side guard, what people would call side guard.
Is that a real thing?
Yeah, well, yeah, that's what everybody like. So imagine closed guard, but both their arms are on one side.
Both their arms are what?
Or on one side.
Okay.
You know, so like gift wrap from closed guard.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Like that's what people call side guard.
Oh, so you've got the I mean, you're dominating the position already.
Yes, but you haven't taken their back. You still have to perform the act of like taking their back, right? So like it could
Right.
be after an arm drag, but like you haven't taken their back, you know?
Uh-huh.
So Jack's real big on that spot. And but basically imagine you have that and both their arms are on one side and they go to move their arm back over. As they do that just a little bit, if you open your legs and just turn over, you will sweep them out.
Oh, sweep them the opposite direction of where they're trying to move their arm.
No, like when they try and square, like the leg, the side opposite, they have their arms on.
That's
right?
where you're sweeping them.
Yes.
Oh.
So it's super interesting.
Right. Perfect.
Yeah.
We got some puppies coming up.
I'm gonna do a video. Like I've got a video of Jack's private lesson. I recorded it, and I'm gonna upload that so you can check it out.
Yes, please do, man.
Yes, I'm going to.
I'll let you know. I wonder how he's doing out there.
I think he's doing okay. I'm gonna do a Zoom podcast with him sometime this week, and that's one thing extra I'm just gonna be doing is like little podcasts like this with everybody that I can.
So do you have anybody coming into the gym to train like solo or any small groups or anything like that?
Yes, some, and you know we have
off record.
Well, we have the clearance to do small groups under 10.
Right.
So we haven't done any class like that. Like I've worked out with 2 people, 2 times. And I've worked out with Cora a couple of times, and Mr. Roland came in yesterday. Bro, my Aikido is on point. Okay, I just want you to know.
Who?
I said my Aikido. It's on point.
Oh, I thought you said Mike Keto.
But dude, I did worked a lot of like traditional Japanese sword last night with Roland. It was insane.
Oh, nice. The master.
Yeah, he knows the translation. He's like, oh, Arimi Nagi was developed off of this sword. Like, I have a sword, you have a sword.
Uh-huh.
And he has like basically he does Arimi Nagi like is a 3-count sword combination when you're attacking me with a sword.
I'm not familiar with the Arimi Nagi.
It's kind of like Osoto Gari, but you draw them off the line first, and you're both facing the same direction, and then you turn chest to chest with them and kind of Osoto them, but without the leg.
It's a judo technique.
It's an Aikido technique. So
it requires some serious off balance.
Yeah, it can. It's really good in weapons application. That's where I've seen it work the best. Like with people committing, like with that type of strike, you know.
Bro, the more I do martial arts, the more I'm just saying it's all about getting people out of position. If you have somebody that's skilled, that's in position, you are not gonna get them. You have got to get people out of position.
And think about this. They don't even have to be skilled if they're in position.
Right.
Like
sure.
a crazy athletic berserker could take out a even somebody's trained a couple of years, you know, even more. It's like some crazy haymaker punch. The unpredictability of like a beginner or just like a really strong, athletic, stubborn person.
Right. Exactly. And spazzes, though, it's not too difficult to get them out of position.
Yeah. Well, it's not. And like, that's where you just have to, that's where you have to follow the martial way of being disciplined and doing the right thing. It's like, I was thinking about this yesterday. It's like Tim is a great boxer. He's the greatest boxer in Russellville, right? One of the best boxers I know. but still he will stand in front of you and bang, and that is not what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to go over to the side and then hit the person, right? Like,
Well, that's the fighter's mentality, right?
exactly.
Like
So there's a little bit of that sort of
bang.
psychology. It's
Well, it's
fascinating.
fun. It's fun. It's fun to stand there and trade, I guess. And he loves it. I mean, that's why he's a fighter.
Yeah,
I had a student one time, I was telling him to use his footwork, and he was exhausted. He's like, Coach, I'm too tired for footwork. I just want to stand and bang.
that's funny. Dude, I remember I was telling somebody about and this would have been like Clarksville Inferno days, but I was telling somebody about the first time that somebody was like explaining timing to me, like just as a concept in striking, like, and it was so foreign, man. It was just such a foreign thing. I was like, what do you mean timing? What?
Right.
It was just like, I remember, and now it's like I have all these timing concepts, 13 years later. But at the time, it was just like blowing my mind.
Well, that's kind of like the polished skill of somebody who truly has developed their craft. It is the timing. I mean, everyone can throw a jab, cross, hook. And so, and that's why, boxing sometimes becomes really hard to teach unless you are really developed and skilled to where you can show those little timing nuances for setups and, defensive tactics, to where it just doesn't become so monotonous and boring. Because if you don't incorporate that timing issue, I mean, yeah, jab, cross, hook, uppercut. What else is there? I slip, I bob and weave. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, one thing that I've been focusing on a lot is working beginner combos from both sides, but like all these shadow boxing videos, for the most part, you're going to see me putting out are going to be off that swing step system of working things ortho and southpaw.
Swing step, is that where you kind of just change the angle 90 degree?
You could do it like you could change the angle, or you could go straight back. I use it when people are chasing me, right? So like I don't like back. So like I think Anderson Silva, Forrest Griffin.
Okay.
Anderson Silva was swing stepping back, and as his back foot touched behind him, he snapped his jab hand out.
Yeah.
And he knocked a person out with his jab.
Right.
So, but it's that like Dwayne Ludwig's big on the swing step, but it's like me stepping back and landing my jab, my lead hook, or my lead uppercut as I'm landing in the southpaw stance. I'm throwing the southpaw jab.
Okay.
So
right.
If you check out that shadow boxing playlist, I've got several more videos that are going to be coming out. But that swing step, I'm big on it. And then the bump step and the turn are two other ways of switching the stance. But I've just been doing that off like jab, cross, hook.
Right. And that's just a way to create an angle, basically, right?
Exactly. Yes. I talk about when people go to circle and different things like that.
You've been able to get outside at all lately?
Yeah, I've been running, man.
Oh,
been running. We walked the dogs yesterday. We're gonna walk.
So
today.
Where exactly do you start on Shepherd when you run Shepherd?
I started at the very bottom of the hill, right by the parking lot at Old Post Park.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you ran to the top of the hill
twice.
Whoa.
Well, dude, you're saying you did like
you
20
run back
times.
Down or walk?
I walked back down.
No.
I walked back down to the steep part, and then like when I got to the first dip going back down, then I started running back over that little hill and then back to the bottom.
Okay.
I just like the super steep part where you're coming down from Skyline, and it like comes down, and then there's another steep hill like at the bottom of that second steeper hill is where I started running.
Okay. Right. That's a long run, bro. Yeah,
I'm gonna
mine
hit
were
it up
just short.
again soon. I'm gonna walk up Nebo soon.
Do you have a bicycle?
Dude, I did, but it got stolen, bro.
Oh, really?
Cora still has one. I
That's
need to get another one.
that's some California stuff right there. When I lived in California, I had somebody steal my bike. I had a kid steal my bike, and then he brought it back the next day, and he was like, "Dude, this bike sucks."
Oh my God. Wow. How old were you
I
then?
was like,
When did you live in
"Well,
California?
thanks for my bike back." I was 5 years old, 5 or 6.
Wow. I didn't even know. I
I was
don't
like,
even think I knew that, dude. I might
uh-huh.
have. Well,
I moved here when I was 6.
was this before your
Yeah.
childhood acting career?
Yeah, I started the childhood acting Nickelodeon commercials when I moved to Arkansas. Got with the agency in Little Rock.
Wow.
So what did you use to do that Borsa logo animation at the end of your videos?
I paid somebody to make that for us a long time ago.
Oh,
There's websites where you can get that done for pretty cheap. They're like
uh-huh.
Flickr, I think is one of them, but I could be wrong. But where like you
Mhm.
could basically Fiverr maybe is one of them, FIVR, where basically just like a bunch of graphic designers from all over the world will do work for you like that. This is somebody that I met through like Omar French. So, but and you can
There's
do it
got to be
yourself.
an
You can
app.
just buy
I
a
mean, there's got to be an
template.
app out there that.
Exactly. It's come a long way. I had that done like 5 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
But man, I'm just like always trying to refine and add stuff like that, like little branding nuances.
I know you are. Are you able to get to train? Are you able to get to train a lot lately?
You know, I'm not as much as I was, dude. I was exercising a lot
Mhm.
when this all started. But I'm doing a lot of other things, like I'm developing all my online classes for college. I'll probably after this semester, I'll probably be teaching a lot of online classes, like maybe as many as 3.
Uh-huh.
And if that's the case, I'll have a lot more free time. It'd be great.
You'll have more free time when you're teaching more classes?
Yes. Well, I'll be teaching more online classes, so I won't that time that I would normally be face to face for like 9. If let's say I was teaching 3 classes, that's 9 physical hours a week. I would be standing in the classroom. I'm recording those lectures now, and like I'm doing them in a way that I'm not have to re-record them for a long time,
Mm-hmm.
right? So in doing that, I probably would only be teaching face to face 3 classes. So that's only
Uh-huh.
9 total physical hours of being there, plus office hours. Um, but it would definitely reduce the amount of time that I'm on campus.
What we need to do, bro, is we need to get ahead of this curve and start nailing down our marketing strategy for
Whenever we come back,
whenever we come back and people are ready to go, man. They're ready to do something, and we just need to have it all together at that point in time and turn the key.
yeah, I know, and I think start planning that right now is a really good idea. But I also think I think it'll be a lot more easier to plan
Yeah,
when we kind of have some sort of a fucking idea of when we're gonna be able to promote.
yeah. Are you going to be, speaking of promote? Are you going to hold any promotions during this time?
No, no.
Okay. Uh huh. And
I was trying to promote Woods and John to
mhm,
black belts at the end of April, but I don't know if that's going to happen or not.
right.
Probably not.
So are you doing current curriculum techniques, or have you just completely come away from that and you're just doing things that will work for the solo classes? Because that's kind of what I'm doing a little bit.
Yeah, that's basically what I'm going to do. Is this is going to be something different, and I'm trying to do it in a way where it's not just like to where we can database it on YouTube, to where like it's accessible in the long term, and it's building something bigger like monetization of the YouTube or you know, content collection, people being able to access. Like that's part of member retention too, right there, dude. It's like people being able to access you. Like, because like I see like Drink putting out these videos, and I'm like, imagine if you would have been doing that this whole time, dude. I would know so much more stuff that he knew, but I only get it when there's a pandemic, you know. And but it's like, and that's kind of my takeaway from this is, like, I was already doing a lot of videos before this, but
Right.
shame on everybody who wasn't.
Shame on me.
Well, I mean, I would say like you, yeah, but at the same time, you're just now to a place owning your own gym where you can kind of do that.
Yeah.
As we talked about. So,
right.
Right. You know, we're both in a real unique timing situation for this, huh?
Oh yeah.
Like you just are owning your own location now. And I just took over this new mortgage.
It's tough. It's tough, bro.
Bro, this is God testing me and you, just us. This whole thing is just about seeing if we can take it. Okay, just me and you in our new gym journeys. This is the test.
Well, he knows that he's not going to give us any tests that we can't overcome.
You know, why do we always say he? Isn't that weird though? Like I was saying something about deism the other day, and I came to that point where I was going to assign God a gender, and I was like, I guess that's how you'd say it. Like I was recording a lecture too. I was just like, and you know this, but it is weird how, universally speaking, everybody does call God him, he, his pronoun.
I remember when I was a child and I was, you know, a devout Mormon. All right, I was a Mormon, which, you know, Mormons consider themselves Christians because they believe in Christ, but they believe that Christ came to the Americas, right, and spoke with the, you know, and interacted with the people in South America, basically. But anyway, I was watching Mr. Rogers, all right, and they were singing about God. You know, they were back in that little trolley world with the cat and the train and all that. And they were singing about God, and like, God planted the trees, she did. And I was like, woo!
Oh, wow. Scandalous, dude. I mean, but why, you know, it's just interesting. Like, but all the philosophy I've taken, it's like, it's weird to assign God a gender. It's like it's kind of like that sense of what like the stereotypical thing a finite human mind would do, you know. Like, oh, we can only understand this. I wonder if that's going to change now that there's like gender fluidity, like if that will change what we're talking about, you know.
Well, what I'm into now is like rank fluidity, because it's like I see myself as like a black belt, but it manifests as a white belt.
I identify as more of a 3-tip blue belt. You know? Like I still have that desire, but I really don't know anything.
Oh, well, you should be pretty savvy on your solo drills by now, bro. I'm getting good at my solo drills.
Dude, we should do like a funny Jason Scully solo drill parody and be like 20 solo drills in less than 60 minutes. Like something like that. You know, he's always like 107 leg locks in less than 8 minutes.
It's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
And we'll definitely include the crazy horse in that.
Oh, crazy. Did you see Ric Flair's coming out with a leg lock instructional?
No way.
Yeah, bro. The figure 4 system.
Dude, I bet half of this stuff's legit.
I bet it sells like hotcakes too, dude. It's still coming out. Hey, did you get any of that free Tom DeBlast stuff they released?
I did.
I did too. Which one'd you get?
Oh, what did
I
I
got
get?
half guard domination. Tell me you got deep half.
I saw that you got that. I know somebody who got deep half. I think I got. Can I check it out? Can I look real quick?
Yeah, for sure.
1 second.
Have you checked out any of the stuff I've got in there yet?
Yeah. BJJ Fanatics. I saw that you got the Tom DeBlast thing. Get a free. Okay, so you're able to get a free Faria.
Faria free. Did you do that one?
Yes.
I didn't do that one, and then I tried to do it when I did the Tom DeBlast one, but it was expired.
It was too late, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Dang it.
Yeah, dude. I'm not like a huge Bernardo Faria fan, though. That's why
Really?
why I didn't do it initially. Maybe I should be, but no, I'm really not.
So
His voice is kind of irritating to me. Sorry.
Oh, I know.
Sorry, Bernardo.
He's just a little too happy.
Yeah, I like him as a promoter.
Okay, maybe I didn't get a Tom DeBlast thing. Maybe I was just looking at what to get. But I did get from Faria, I got the Transition Mastery, and I know somebody who got the smash passing, and I'm not a big fan of smash passing, honestly, but I saw some cool stuff. I think I was looking to get the butterfly half guard from Tom DeBlast.
Oh yeah. I saw that one, and the deep half is one that interested me. I'll tell you, dude. The one I don't know if it's out yet, but that Marcelo Garcia when they're coming out with, that's the one I want.
Yeah, what topic does he cover? Anything in specific?
Butterfly guard, dude.
That's what I thought.
Yeah,
that's what I thought.
It's gonna be good. So it's supposed to be super comprehensive too.
So I've seen little ads for that.
Hey, have you been able? Did I share that Google Drive folder with you that had the Donaher and Gordon stuff in it?
No.
Okay, we got. Just remind me, and I'll do that.
Okay.
It should be in that same folder with the 10th Planet stuff now, though.
Okay, it probably is.
It will. If you get to wanting it, just know I got it. I got like a whole bunch of Donaher stuff, a lot of his systems stuff.
Is it full? Is it closed guard system, or is it a couple different systems?
I've got back takes, leg locks, Kimura trap. I think Juji Gatami, the armbar.
Do they call it that?
Yeah, he uses all the Japanese terms.
Yeah. He's so funny, bro. He can explain a 3-step process. He can use a whole hour to explain a 3-step process.
There's 9 essential steps to what we're about to do here. Step 1 is this. Like he just like, and then he's like, let's review the 9 steps. It's very systematic though. I like that.
And there's 10 associated problems with each step.
What we want to create is dilemmas and trilemmas and quadlemmas.
I was like, whoa, quadlim is a word? Sweet.
Yeah, I know. I thought the same thing, dude. He's so good though. But, hey, dude, I gotta hop off here and go to the gym, man. I gotta Zoom at the gym. I gotta go log into for 8 to 12-year-olds.
Okay. Stay psychedelic.
Hey, same, bro. Real quick, I just want to say I love you, bro. I love what you're doing with your gym. And I love your gear you're coming out with and everything.
Thanks.
And I think it's just super important that we stay positive, which I know you are.
Thanks, brother. I am. It's like my mind is so naturally blank. When people try to do yoga and clear their mind, that's my natural state of being.
That's good, though, dude.
That's all good.
Somebody was just talking today, I know, about how hard it is for people to clear their mind. So that's good.
I guess sometimes.
And that's been like I've been finding a lot of I've been able to stay occupied. I like routines, but I know that this is very hard on some people too. Not just even for financial reasons, just stressful, you know.
It's so stressful for so many people. But we're all going to come out of it stronger and smarter and more developed. I know that.
I agree, man. I agree for sure.
And more connected.
Well, right on, bro. Well, I'll be talking to you soon. Sometime next week, let's plan a couple of days to maybe do a Zoom where we trade some solo movement and shadowboxing ideas.
I would love to.
Yeah.
Thank you, Brian, for having me on.
Hey, thanks, bro. I'll shoot you a link when I get this uploaded.
Okay. Love you, brother.
All right. Love you, man.
Talk to you soon.
See ya.
Later.